has their own personal story. You know, Miss Minerva just said that her son showed her a vehicle. People, this is the vehicle that you get to ride and drive and change your own family's life, you know, the way that we're all attempting to do here. So listen, my time is done. Have I showed you any money?
Yeah.
Great. It's my pleasure now to bring someone up here who's going to close it out for us. And just like all the people that you've seen up here tonight, and Ken alluded to this earlier, none of us really knew each other before we got started in AMBIT. It's one of the great byproducts of joining this particular company. You really get to become friends with a lot of great people. And so the person that I'm bringing up next is someone that we highly respect. And I can call him young man because I do have age over him. But that's about all I have. Because he got started in this business and just took off like a rocket. You know, every now and then you come across someone who's really special when it comes to that business. And this person came in and just showed all of us what can be done. And so we highly respect him. We look up to him. He's grown a huge team. And believe it or not, you have the privilege tonight to help me welcome AMBIT Energy's newest national consultant.
Thank you. Let's give it up for Vanessa and all the speakers. When I first saw this opportunity, again, I wasn't looking for anything. I owned a couple of small businesses, and I was working lots of hours, 6-7 days a week. I didn't have time to spend with my wife and kids. And that's what I saw here, an opportunity to buy my time back, to be able to spend that time with the family that I wanted to so much. And I'm glad that someone showed us this opportunity, that thought enough about us. And he's sitting right there, Ralph Nicosia. Thank you. Because it's really changed our lives. We've been able to achieve more than we even imagined that we're going to be able to with this opportunity. We were able to, within 14 months, promote to executive consultants, and at that point already reach not just financial freedom, but time freedom. And just recently, like they said, we're able to become national consultants. We've been in the business for 3.5 years, and now we're able to change so many other people's lives. This opportunity is truly amazing. And we're going to go over why. Why is this such a great opportunity? Well, one, it's a service, not a product. I would have not ever gotten in this business if I had to go to my friends and family and try to sell them something that they didn't want or need. And if they did, they could go to Walmart and get it for less, right? I didn't want to have to do that. How many of y'all use electricity? Yeah. Everyone, right? So when we go to our friends and family, we're going to tell them how they can save money on a bill they have to pay, whether they want to or not. They're going to pay it every month. And we're going to also show them how to get it for free, like so many of the people that stood up tonight, right? That's a lot better than having to haul around all these things and deliver them and try to collect from people. You know, we didn't want to have to do that. Now, secondly, the power of part-time. If we had to have, you know, quit our job to do this, I couldn't have done the business. And several other people in the room could have done it. I had to work this 1 to 2 hours, not a week, but every other week when I first got started. And of course, as you start, you know, benefiting from AMBIT and making more, you can spend a little more time in the business. But we're not telling anyone to quit their job, you know, to do this business. That drive to work, you know, 10, 15 minutes a day, consistently and persistently, that's what all you have to do at the beginning to be able to achieve this. You don't want to quit your job because that's where all your prospects are, right? Get all those people before you quit. What about our lucrative compensation plan? I mean, $57,000 a month? Does that scream financial freedom? Yeah. No one's going to cap you. No one's going to tell you what you're worth anymore. You're not going to go to a place you don't want to go to and have someone tell you how to live your life. Where your kids are going to go to school, where you're going to live, what type of car you're going to drive, when you can go on vacation, if you can even go. I mean, those are things that we take for granted, but I mean, when your kid has something at school going on, how do you feel when you have to tell them no? You know, imagine not ever having to say no again. It's the little things that matter the most, right? Perfect timing. You know, this is huge. This is huge. Everything is about timing, right? Everything is about timing. Y'all heard of a company called Google, right? Yeah. Everybody has. Why? They make books, movies. I mean, everybody knows about them. And I was wondering, well, why? What's the big deal with them? Well, if you don't know, Google is the fastest company to hit $1 billion in all of history. Okay, they did it in less than 7 years. And when they hit $1 billion, no one even knew who they were. Google didn't do any advertising. It actually took a little over a year before people started finding out who they were, you know? Now, I'm gonna ask you a question. Now, I'm not crazy, but let's say we had a time machine right here, and you could get in the time machine, and you can go back in time, what was it, 15, 16 years ago, when Google hit $1 billion, and you had the opportunity to invest in Google. Well, how many of y'all would invest in Google? We're looking at a lot of millionaires here, right? You would have been at the perfect time, at the right place, right? With the right company. But if you invest in Google right now, are you gonna be a millionaire? It's not likely, right? That time already passed. And some of you are looking at me like, why are you talking about Google? This isn't Google. This is better than Google. You can't even turn a computer on without electricity, right?
Right.
And does anyone have a time machine?
No.
Well, you don't have to go back in time. Just this year, not years ago, months ago, we hit $1 billion. We did it in 6.5 years. Only Google and us have ever done that before in history. Does that tell you something?
Yeah.
Don't miss an opportunity that's happening right now in your lifetime. Not in your parents' and your grandparents' lifetime. Before we didn't have time to do that. This is happening right now. Okay, proven system. Everything you heard tonight has proven what we're talking to you about. You heard about being ranked the #1 fastest growing company in the entire United States of America in 2010 by Inc. 500 magazine. That is huge. No other energy company has ever done that before, or network marketing company. And what about the direct selling news, Global 100? Number 12 in the world. Out of all the companies, #1 for energy in the whole world. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, everything you've seen today tells you to do one thing. And what's that?
Join.
Join AMBIT. But we have 3 types of people, A, B, and C. C people might not see it. It's not for everybody. This is not for everybody. We don't try to convince people to do it. If you don't see anything today, maybe you want to be a customer, right? Maybe you want to save some money on a bill you have to pay, or even get it for free. Be a customer. Now there's B's in the room. What's a B? A B is somebody that saw something they like. They know there's something there for them, but they just need a little bit more. They have some questions, and they want to get those questions answered. But don't go home to your broke brother-in-law that's sleeping on the couch watching reruns of American Idol trying to revote. You can't revote. Okay? I stole that from Chris, by the way. So get your questions answered here in the room from some of the speakers that were up here and some of the leaders here in the room. We're going to be able to answer your questions. We know what we're talking about. Okay? And then there's the A people. They say, if you would just shut up and sit down, I go to the computer and get signed up, right? So my time up here is done. What I'm going to ask you to do is join AMBIT, become your own customer, and take control of your financial future. Thank you very much.